Hi, this is Doug from AppleIPhoneSchool.com, and today's question comes from, yet again, Brian. Thanks, Brian. He is a network guy and tech guy at a company, and they're starting to switch over to iPhones, and he got an iPad and things. So his question today is, what is this iCloud setting, and do I really need to do anything with it? Okay. So, for those of you who don't know what iCloud is, or what the cloud is, let's start there. The cloud is technically, basically, computers that another company has that you store your data on. So instead of having it all on your device, it's on theirs. You can access it from multiple computers or web pages or different things like that. So, Apple's iCloud is kind of smart. It's really functional and fair and things like that. Like, first of all, you get 5 gigs of storage, okay? And so what counts against your storage is only your personal data. So if you have your whole phone backing up, it doesn't back up the software that's installed on your phone, not even the games or the apps, because Apple has all of those originals on their main servers in the App Store. So they're not going to count that against you. They only count the data that you add to it. So like, let's say you go in and play a game and you win so many levels, and there's this tiny little file that says you've beat 5 levels or whatever. You know, there's more information than that, obviously, but it's not very much at all. Usually the bigger things are like, you know, when you're using video apps and they're storing video like iMovie on your phone, or like you know, like iWork, which is like kind of like Word for your iPhone and Apple. So they have like pages and numbers, and Keynote, which is like PowerPoint and Excel and Word. So any documents you would make in there, they take up space and things like that. But really, definitely if you only have one iPhone, this is not gonna eat up very much space. If you go into the iCloud and you can pick which apps are backing up. So let's say, you know, like a Wikipedia app. I mean, first of all, it doesn't have the entire encyclopedia being backed up, but you can turn off the information that is pertaining to, like maybe bookmarks or favorites. Like if you don't really care when your phone gets stolen or broken and you have to restore your phone, you're like, I don't really care if that stuff gets backed up. Okay, that'll save you a little bit of space. So just a quick note, one thing that I do shut off is your photos and video being backed up, because that eats up a lot of space. So unless you're going to pay for extra space, I wouldn't back those up in there, because one of the features of iCloud is photo stream. So you can turn on photo stream, and basically the last 1,000 photos that you take go into photo stream. Again, these do not count against your 5 gig of data. And what's nice about that is if you have an iPad, or you have someone in your family that has an iPhone, or you have an Apple TV, or you have a Mac computer, these are all accessible from there. So Apple TV, pull it up on your flat screen, boom, you can see your last photos, and you don't have to transfer or download or anything like that. Now, they only upload from your phone when you're on Wi-Fi to save the data network. That's just an agreement they have with the data network. But anyways, that's a really nice feature. Of course, you can see them in iPhoto too on your Mac, and you just, it's a very, very nice feature. So since you have that, I turn off the backing up. Now that means you don't have any backup of your video. So what I do is I just dump my phone into my computer, you know, every couple weeks, because I take a lot of video, obviously, but just dump them to my computer and import them into iPhoto, and saves me a lot of space that way. So another thing about iCloud, of course, is it's automatically backing up. So typically at night when you're sleeping and you plug your phone in next to your bed, and it's on your Wi-Fi at your house, so it's on Wi-Fi, it's plugged in, and it's locked, it will detect that, and it will begin an automatic backup of the entire phone to the iCloud. Now again, it doesn't back up Apple software, because that's easily reinstallable and it's the same. It doesn't back up the applications, it just backs up the state at which they're in and the personal data on them. So this is pretty sweet, because your phone backed up last night while you're sleeping, and you get up this morning and the only things you do are check a few emails and send a few text messages. If your phone breaks or gets stolen today, all you'd have to do is go to the Apple Store. Now, obviously, you have to buy a new phone or get it fixed or whatever, but that's a different process. But once you have the new phone in your hand, or even if you upgrade to a new one, let's say you want to go get the new one, all you have to do is log into the iCloud on this new phone, tell it to restore from last night's backup. Your phone is exactly the way it was the day before, that night as it backed up. Now, you do have to re-enter some passwords for security reasons, so just in case someone were to hack into your account, maybe somehow get your password and restore a phone and make a copy of your phone. Now, it won't ring because it's not activated, but they could, let's say, get into things. Well, they wouldn't be able to get into anything that's password protected. You have to re-enter those. That's a little bit of a pain, but it's nice because it keeps you safe and it backs everything up. So I would definitely use iCloud. I use iCloud big time to like restore my phone and back things up and move to new phones when I get them, and I use the photo stream. Another nice thing, of course, is that I have one iPad. I have another iPad, but it doesn't have the new software. It's the first generation. So I have an iPad and my iPhone and my wife's iPhone, and then some older iPhones that we don't use anymore that we just let our kids play on. And so all those are getting backed up to the cloud, and I paid, I think it's $20 for like 15 gigs, which is plenty for all that stuff, because again, I don't turn on any of the photo stuff. So I hope that helps. I would definitely recommend turning it on, and it also gives you other access to things like Find My iPhone. It's a big deal. If you lose it, you can go to the web, go to iCloud.com, and locate your phone and put it into the safe mode and track it. You do that with all your devices that are on that account. So yeah, definitely use iCloud. If you have any other comments or things to add or something I messed up, just leave that in the comments, and we will get that corrected. If you have any other questions, you can tweet us at iPhoneSchool on Twitter. You can post in the comments below on the website or YouTube. All right, thanks a lot.